yacht club. That's my boat behind me. Not really. And I'm going to try to show you guys, since I can't do a live class, I'm going to try to show you guys some of the critters that live here on these pilings. And it looks like we are
right in between low and high tide.
If you look here, you can see, I don't know how good you can see that, but right down here you can see all the barnacles, and I'll pick one off. Pretty sharp. And they definitely don't want to come off. There we go. So here is, there you go. There's a bunch of barnacles. You can see 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And they grow in a colony. And this is just the calcification, kind of the shell that they create, making this little tube out of all of them. I'm going to bring this back with me. Might be a little blurry. Okay. So these are up, these would be like the high, you know, the pier post that we looked at in the last live lesson. These are up high, so they're going to be out of the water a lot of the time, and they'll close up to protect themselves. And you can see some of these are open and some of them are actually closed. It's a little blurry. Okay, so what I've done is I just reached off the side of the dock there, and I pulled out what was attached to the side here, and we can see all sorts of different organisms. There are, right there is a, looks like a mussel. Oh, and see that guy squirting right there? That's a sea squirt, and that's why we call him a sea squirt or a tunicate. When you squeeze it, it's actually an animal. Water comes out, and it's kind of firm, rubbery feeling. This is just muck that's intertwined in here. This right here, you can see this, whoops, I just dropped it. This pink stuff. I don't know how well this image is going to be, but this is a sponge. You can see the holes there. So these also will attach to rocks and different substrates that are hard, and can withstand the high and low tide. So these will be exposed at low tide. You also have some sea grasses or kelps. There's some more little clams or mussels. I don't know exactly what they, I guess these are mussels right here. I don't see any limpets. And right here on the top is another barnacle, so you can see that. So I'm just aiming my camera down so that you can see where I just pulled this stuff up from. The bright orange colored things down there, those are sponge. And there's a bunch of seaweed, and those clusters that are white, those are a bunch of sea squirts, and they're open right now. They're filter feeding. When I grab them and pull them out, they close up and they keep that water retained inside. But they're attached here to this little floating part of the raft, and they'll be exposed also. At the bottom part won't be fully exposed, but the top part will. And this is the yacht I told you I owned right here. But we talked about barnacles last week, and I showed you, or we discussed how they attach to the hull of a ship. And right down here, those little white speckles down below right by the water there, those are all barnacles that are starting to attach to the hull of this ship. And lastly, I just wanted to show you guys all of these barnacles right here. You can see where the tide goes down. So up here is where high tide would hit. And right now it's heading down, and you can see all those barnacles that are, they look like they're open, but inside the organism is actually closed up in there. And they'll have to stay that way until tide comes back up, which will take quite a while. So that's it for our lesson today. Sorry I couldn't take you here live, but I couldn't figure out, there wasn't any free Wi-Fi around here. So until next time.